Good morning, students. Today I am going to discuss part 3 portion of chapter 1 from your class 11 biology syllabus. The name of the chapter is The Living World. Already we have discussed part 1 and part 2 portion of this chapter, and from these two portions we came to know about the living world, the salient features of the living world, the taxonomy, the nomenclature, the scientific name of the organisms. So today we are going to discuss the need of classification. What is the need of this taxonomy? So let's start the today's class. Today we are going to discuss this need of classification system. So in our last class we have discussed the process of classification, okay, the scientific name of the organism. I hope already you have gone through these two videos. So today we are actually discussing the classification, the what is the advantage, what is the need of this classification. Suppose this classification system is not there in our biology, so what will happen? So this, first you should know what is the meaning of the classification. So this is actually the scientific arrangement of organisms in a hierarchical series of groups and subgroups. Okay, so this is the process by which the organisms are grouped into convenient categories based on some easily observed characters. So this is the basic thing. I am repeating again. What is the basic meaning of this biological classification? So this is the scientific arrangement of organisms in a hierarchical series of groups and subgroups on the basis of similarities and differences in their traits so as to bring out their relationships. So it's just like the arranging books in a library subject wise, title wise, author wise in a proper sequence. So for example, like plants having roots, shoots, leaves or flowers, mammals having external ears and body hair. Similarly, certain features make dogs look like a dog. Same in the case of with the all organisms. Okay, so this scientific term for these categories are called the taxa. The scientific term for these categories is called the taxa. So this is a taxon is a group of one or more populations of an organism or organisms seen by taxonomists to form the unit. So these organisms within a taxonomic unit share the certain common characteristics. So this is the basic thing. So this is the actually the main ground of the classification. So taxa can be actually big. So what is the need for classification? So it's not possible to identify all the organisms without a system of classification, because it's not possible that to identify all those 1.7 to 1.8 million organisms that which is present in all over the world. That's not possible to remember each and every organism's name. Okay, so this plant is from a taxon, a bigger taxon. This flowering plants is also a taxon but smaller than the plants. Okay, so the plants, this is very big taxa. Okay, so now you can divide these plants is the flowering plants or the non-flowering plants. Okay, so within these flowering plants you can divide which one is the which one is the unisexual, which plant is the bisexual. So in this way actually we can divide the smaller categories, okay, for our sake. So this similarly this animals is the bigger taxon. So within this mammals, so within this animals, so you can divide this thing that vertebrate and the invertebrate. So within the vertebrates we can divide different class, okay, like the amphibia, like the reptiles, like the birds, like the mammals. Within the invertebrates we can divide also different phylum. Okay, so all those categories actually helps us to identify easily all the organisms. So all living organisms can be classified into different taxa. So the process is known as the taxonomy. What is the basic definition of the taxonomy? The basic definition of the taxonomy that it is the process of classification of organism which is based on their characteristics. So the basis of modern taxonomy, internal and external structure, cell structure, development and ecological information of organisms are there. So what is the basis of modern taxonomy? The basis of modern taxonomy, that internal and external structure, cell structure, development and ecological information of organisms. The characterization, identification, classification and nomenclature are the process that are basic to taxonomy. Okay, so in modern times, relationships between organisms are also studied in addition to their diversity and individual studies. So this is referred as the systematics. This is referred as the systematics. Okay, so this systematics actually deals with characterization, identification, classification and nomenclature of organisms based on their diversities and evolutionary relationships among the individuals. So this is the basic things of the classification. So next thing is the taxonomy category. What is the meaning of the taxonomy category? This is very important portion for your examination. What is the basic meaning of the taxonomy categories? So these taxonomy categories are actually this. What is the meaning of the category? The word category. What is the meaning of the word category? What is the meaning of this word category? So category is the unit of grouping in a system. Okay, so I'm repeating again, category is the unit of grouping in a system. So what is the meaning of the taxonomic category? So this is the unit of grouping of any level used in taxonomy or classification of organisms. So usually there are 7 obligate and a few intermediate categories used in the taxonomy. So this, when the classification is not done in a single step and organisms are classified among taxa at different levels. So the same organisms, example dog, belongs to taxon animals as well as taxon mammals and to several others taxa also. Next thing, the organisms are actually classified in a hierarchy of taxa. So these studies have led to the development of several taxonomic categories. Okay, first one is the kingdom, phylum, division, class, order, family, genus and species. So all these are taxa are arranged hierarchically. Okay, so in our live class we have discussed the easiest way of remembering all those taxonomic category. Okay, because during the time of your examination you have to actually remember all those things sequentially. It's not like that first you are writing kingdom, then you are writing order, then you are writing phylum. So it will be little more chaotic and difficult for remembering. Okay, so that's why I am actually showing one easiest way, that keep pot clean or family gets sick. Okay, so this is the basic thing, that keep means the K means the just actually consider the first letter of the word. Okay, just take first letter of the each and every word. Okay, keep means the K for kingdom. Here the word P. So here the word P. So P means the phylum. Next word is the clean. So the first letter C. C means the class. Okay. Next word is O, or. So the first letter is O. O means the order. Next word is family. So the first letter of family is F. F means the family. Gets, the word gets. So the first letter of gets is G. So it means the genus. And the last word is sick, and the first letter of the sick is S. S means the species. So keep pot clean or family gets sick. Okay, so the kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus and species. So if you remember this sentence properly, then you will Remember, you can remember easily these taxonomic categories. Okay, this is actually small trick to remember. Okay, next thing is this is the taxonomic categories: the domain, kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus and species. Okay, so this is the taxonomical hierarchy. So what is the meaning of the hierarchy? Hierarchy is actually the rank. This is actually the Greek word. The hierarchy is, okay, so this, it means the rank. So it is a system where the members of a type are organized in ranks one above the other. Okay, so taxonomic hierarchy is the system of arrangement of taxonomic categories in a descending order, not the ascending order. Ascending order means the upward. It's always happen in the descending order. Okay, so the largest is the kingdom, then phylum, then class. So the smallest is the species. The smallest category is the species. So in this way actually we can arrange our taxonomic category. Okay, so it was first introduced by the scientist Carolus Linnaeus in the year of 1751, and therefore it's also called the Linnaean hierarchy or taxonomic hierarchy. Okay, so after that, these taxonomic categories which are always used in this hierarchical classification of organisms are also called the obligate categories. They are 7 in number. These obligate categories in the descending order are kingdom, phylum first, okay, then class, then order, then family, then genus and then species. Okay, so all the members of this taxonomic category are possesses some similar characteristics and some unique or different characteristics. Okay, so like the all members of class Insecta, suppose they possess 3 pairs of jointed legs. Okay, so these jointed legs are actually the occur in the other classes of phylum Arthropoda as well, but the number is different. Okay, so this is the basic thing. Now I am coming to the description of the species. Of the species. So this is actually the lowest or basic taxonomic category. This species is actually the lowest and basic taxonomic categories, which consist of one or more natural populations of individuals that resemble one another more closely than individuals of other species, which are actually interbreed freely, have a distinct genetic setup and are reproductively isolated from others. So these species are actually interbreed freely among themselves to produce the fertile offspring. Fertile means that they can reproduce. It shares the common characteristics. The two closely related species have distinct morphological differences. Examples: Mangifera indica, Solanum tuberosum and the Panthera leo. Okay, so this Mangifera, Solanum and Panthera are genera, and Indica, tuberosum and leo are the specific epithets. So genus is a taxon at a level higher than that of the species. So each genus may have one or more than one specific epithet. Suppose the cow, scientific name of the cow, sometimes it's considered as Bos indicus and sometimes it's Bos taurus. Okay, so here Bos is the genus name. I think all of you know this thing. So genus name is same, but there are two species name, one indicus and the another one is the taurus. So here it's written, so each genus may have one or more than one specific epithet, okay, of different organism, but having several morphological similarities. Okay, it's not like that Bos indicus is the another organism and Bos taurus is the another organism. Okay, so they actually have shared some similar characteristics. So Solanum includes the species like the Niagara, okay, Melanogena. Similarly, Panthera includes this Tigris and Leo. Okay, Tigris means the tiger, Panthera leo means the lion, and the Panthera pardus means the leopard. So human beings also, like the sapiens and genus Homo. Okay, only single species is there. Next thing is the genus. So this is actually the higher categories of the taxonomic categories. Next thing, this is actually the group of the related species which has more characters in common in comparison to species of the other genera. So it is the first category above the level of species. This genus is the first category, first higher category above the level of the species. So as per the rules of binomial nomenclature, so a species can be named only if it is assigned to a genus. I am repeating again, as per the binomial nomenclature, a species can be named only if it is assigned to a genus. So a genus may have one to several species. So a genus having a single species, that's called the monotypic. When one genus actually has several species, that's called the polytypic. So these aggregates of closely to different species are actually belong to the genus Solanum. So here also the lion, leopard and tiger with several common features are all species of the genus Panthera. So this Panthera genus differs from the Felis, including the cats also. Okay. So this is the basic things of the genus. This is the basic things of the genus. Next thing is the family. So this category is of higher rank than that of the genus and is formed actually one to numerous related genus which are more similar to one another than to genera of the other families. So what is the meaning of the family? A group of related genera with considerable number of similarities but lesser than that of the genus and species. Okay, some kinds of similarities are there but the lesser number. So this genus and species has the higher number of similarities than the family. So in plants, families are actually categorized or characterized on the basis of both vegetative and reproductive feature. Okay. So among animals, this, for example, this genus Panthera comprising lion, tiger and the leopard is put along with genus Felis in the family Felidae. Next is the cats and dogs on the other hand are placed in different families Felidae and Cancidae respectively, but same order is also there. So there is actually some differences in the suffix used of families. A plant family ends in the suffix acaci. Okay. And the animal family is suffix is the ed, like the Formidae. Okay, Felidae. Okay. So all those things are there. Next thing is the order. So what is the meaning of the order? So it is actually the taxonomic category having one or more related families that possess some similar correlated characters which are lesser in number as compared to correlated characters of genera of a family. So what is the meaning of the order? So this order is an assemblage of families which exhibit a few similar characters. Order is an assemblage of families which exhibit a few similar characters. So these similar characters, however, are less in number as compared to different genera included in family. Okay. So these plant families like the Convolucea, Solanaceae and included in the order polynomials mainly based on the floral characters. Okay. So the animal order is the primate, carnivora, all those things are Cancidia, include the families, all those things. So this is actually, you can say, the accumulation of the family. Okay, accumulation of the family characteristics, it actually made this order. So this is the taxonomic categories having one or more related families that possesses some similar correlated characteristics which are lesser in number and as compared to correlated characters of genera of a family. Okay, so this is the basic things of the order. Next thing is the class. Next thing is the class. So this class is a major category made up of one or more related orders that possesses certain similar correlated characteristics. So I am repeating again, what is the basic things of the class? So this is actually the category includes the related orders. So accumulation of the some characteristics of the order which actually make this class category. Okay. For example, order Primata comprising monkey, gorilla and gibbon is placed in class Mammalia. Okay, with order Carnivora, that includes animals like the tiger, cat and dog. Okay, this class Mammalia has the order also. So this is the basic things of the class. So you can say in this way that, for example, in animals like class Mammalia has a number of orders like the Carnivora, like Rodentia, like the Insectivora, like the Primata, all those things are there. Next thing is the phylum. Okay, so this phylum, it's a taxonomic category higher than the class and lower in rank to the kingdom. So this term phylum is used for the animals, while the term division is employed for the plants. So this phylum is actually applicable for the animals, and the same thing is there, the division is actually applicable for the plants. So this category includes classes with few similarities. This category includes classes with very few similarities. The phylum Chordata, which includes the classes fish, amphibia, reptiles, aves and mammalia. Okay, and division Angiospermi includes class Dicotyledon and Monocotyledon. Last thing is the kingdom. It is the highest category in taxonomy, where all the organisms included in it share a set of distinguished characteristics. Like the highest category of taxonomy, animals in kingdom Animalia and plants in kingdom Plantae. Okay, so it's observed that actually that the number of common and correlated characteristics is maximum in lower rank categories. Okay, so lower the taxa, more are the characters that the number within the taxon share. So higher the category, greater is the difficulty to determine the relationship of the other taxa at the same level. So this is actually the one chart which depicts the organisms taxonomic category. The first is the man. The scientific name of the man is Homo sapiens. So genus is Homo, species is Sapiens, order Primata, class Mammalia and the phylum is Chordata. Okay, but it's not applicable in division because division is applicable for the plants. Next is the housefly. The scientific name of the housefly is the Musca domestica, genus Musca, family Musidia. Okay, order Diptera, class Insecta, phylum Arthropoda. Okay, it belongs to the invertebrate. Next is the mango. Mangifera indica, Mangifera genus, Indica species, family Anacardiaceae, order Sapinidales, class Dicotyledone and the division is the Angiospermi. Next is the wheat. Triticum aestivum, Triticum is genus name, aestivum species name, family Poaceae, order Poles, class Monocotyledon, division Angiospermi. Okay, this is not the phylum. They are two actually belongs to under the division. Okay, so this is the basic thing. In our next class we will going to discuss taxonomic aids. Okay, so till then, goodbye, thank you, and I hope already you have gone through all the videos which I have already uploaded, and please go through each and every videos because this will help you a lot for better understanding. Thank you, bye.